let me clarify. I'm just saying that David Gibson and his current regime did not break the rules. I'm saying, hang on. This is our meeting. We appreciate you not responding. We've given you an opportunity to tell us what you think. Now we're in a meeting to determine what to do. I think, it's my personal opinion, that the Saline County Republican Committee in 2022, when they took filing forms, violated the spirit of the law, of the rules we have, in that they did not advise the people when they asked whether or not they had filled out every form they were supposed to fill out. They said, yes, you have. And that, in my estimation, is a violation of the rules.
That's not the complaint.
There's no complaint.
Okay, guys, don't let me use this, okay? I am going to ask that everybody remain quiet. I do want you here. I want you watching how this process takes place, but please refrain from making comments, okay? So as to that, yes, the rules do require that the chairman and the secretary, they do have a responsibility to provide the filing forms to those who are filing for office. This is not a filing form. It is not filed anywhere. This is a form under the district committee section, Article 3, that says if you want to be a district member, you must submit your intent in writing. It is not filed anywhere. I don't think anybody would stretch the interpretation of a document that could be written on a bright pink piece of paper as a filing form. We all know it's not a filing form. So I think that even if what Ms. Tammy said, Ms. Schmidt said is true, and I'm sure, absolutely, I have no reason to believe it's not true, that she didn't advise them. I didn't. I met with one person. I was not told of this rule, and I was pretty new at the time, and I will tell you I didn't tell them about it. I wasn't asked if there was anything else. I just handed them what I had been told to give them. But again, I think even that goes back to individual responsibility. They want to be a member of this committee. They want to represent the Republican Party in their capacity. Why are we not saying, well, you need to follow the rules too? And if that is what we're going to say, is that, well, they were new, they didn't know, so we're not going to say that they must be held to the rules. Well, then my question is, at what point do we say new members must start following the rules? Or is there a grace period? You don't have to follow the rules if you're only 3 months old, if your membership's only 3 months old? Because I mean, that's really the logic that you're following here.
Yeah. Madam Chair, 27 people filed. Zero people filled out the paperwork. So that is obviously a problem with the process.
I think it's a...
And that's my opinion. We can sit here and argue for 4 hours if everybody wants to sit. You and I argue for 4 hours.
We could, but I think it's a problem that, it's not even a problem. They didn't read the rules. They didn't read the rules. We all have been reading the rules. That's how we know this. They just didn't read the rules and they didn't follow it. That should not be, the county committee should not be penalized because those members who filed did not read the rules. Furthermore, we're forgetting that they were given ample opportunity even after the filing period. They could have said at the biennial convention, I want to go. As you see in the minutes, there were plenty that were here because they either gave a report or they didn't. They were called on to give reports. After that, they could have said, hey, I'd like to go. Even 6 months, 7 months later, they could have sent Ken an email or stopped by and said, hey, I'd like to be a district member. And guess what? Their name would have been on the list. It wasn't until the narrative was started that we were, quote, taking seats away that this even became an issue.